With that, we'll move over to the Middle East. Bassel, can you please bring us up to speed on what's happening in the region?
Yes, sure, Bhargav. In the EMEA roundup today, we had one assessed event and 20 other developments in the Middle East, starting off with Lebanon and the Lebanese-Israeli dispute. So the Lebanese government warned Israel against any aggressive action in disputed waters 2 days ago. The warning came after an Energean oil and gas drilling ship arrived into the area of the disputed waters between Israel and Lebanon. So these tensions have been continuing for the past 3 months as negotiations between Israel and Lebanon have been going on due to the separation of oil and gas fields in the territorial waters. So the Lebanese government still accuses Israel of stealing around 1,430 kilometers squared of the disputed waters. So this actually raised tensions between the two countries yesterday. However, the risk of war remains low. However, it's still possible due to what happened back in 2006 when Hezbollah attacked several Israeli soldiers that blown out a war for 21 days. Another incident in the Middle East is in Iran. The protests have continued actually. Around 1,000 pensioners gathered in Tabriz city yesterday to protest against the surge in living costs. Several other protests took place in Qazvin, Shiraz, and Shushtar cities. These protests have been recurrent in Iran due to the surge in living costs. So businesses should keep an eye for a spillover effect across the country. So this is all from the Middle East today. Over to you, Sitati, to cover on Africa.
Thank you, Bassel. Today in Africa, we assessed one event and covered 5 others. And the major issue is the ongoing strike by the National Assembly workers in Abuja, Nigeria. And the workers are demanding the payment of salary arrears based on a memorandum of understanding that they signed with the National Assembly and the National Assembly Service Commission last year. So businesses with operations in Nigeria, especially in Abuja, need to watch out for possible disruption to road travel, especially on the Circular Road and on Maitama Avenue, which are close to the National Assembly. So back to you, Bassel, to cover Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Sitati. In Europe, we had around 7 developments today. It seems that although we're in June, there's a lot of storms going around in Europe, especially in Germany and Italy. So businesses should keep an eye on the weather forecast to see what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. However, in the United Kingdom, the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson survived a no confidence vote in the parliament yesterday. This comes after the Downing Street party scandal that happened around 2 months ago during the COVID-19 restrictions. However, what's interesting is that around 148 MPs from Boris Johnson's ruling party, which is the Conservative Party, voted against him, which means he's losing ground in his own party. And that's what happened with the previous ruler of the party. However, he managed to cross around 15% of the threshold to survive that no confidence vote. So this is all from the EMEA today. Thank you.
Okay, with that, it's a wrap from us. Thank you very much for joining us today. You can reach out to us at info@apacassistance.com to know more about our